Maybe what I could have done with my life, being a breeze radio announcer. Definitely not what happened. Chosen t-shirt. Apparently I'm chosen though, so I'm still hoping for paid work in the industry. Big thank you to all of those who have hired me for a pretty penny. Oh gosh. Okay, so now I want to talk about John Key. I know I shouldn't talk about politics, but I can't help it. I just have to. She's going like a knight. So, Mr. Key, I have a bone to pick with you. I don't know. It's going like a prophet. Okay, so I'm at the Zealandia. I might have already yarned about this in another post, but oh well, she goes in. By the way, Amanda Chronicles, hilarious. Also a YouTuber. Dancing in McDonald's rappers. John Key, your daughter. The photos with the McDonald's and the octopus. Sheer brilliance. I actually think that's great. So, Max on the radio. George FM. Good on you, you celebrities. Okay. So, in jest, in laugh, in mirth, in kind of like hopefully helpful, a prophetic vision. Okay, so here is the picture. So I'm at Zealandia on Sunday. My young hearts run free, very distracted by the wonderful music. And I have a plate of chips. It's too wet to kind of go home, as in it's pouring with rain. Didn't see many birds at Zealandia, disappointingly, but I saw like a bellbird, which is ironic because I did this bell angel bluebird character. I don't know, anyway, things are like roundabouts in the universe, it is true. So basically, we're sitting there, I'm talking to this man who's worked all over the world in the oil industry, Mohammed. Yes, probably Muslim, but oh wow, you know. Is it an ISIS? I don't know. Anyways, I've been hearing that a lot. I've been having a lot of projections on me as I walk through time and space, but I guess that happens when you're kind of like going like a D-grade celebrity. So, show me the money. Come on, budget. Did you factor all of New Zealand into your budget? Come on. Social housing in Auckland. I don't know. Daddy. So I'm thinking about all of this and certainly having an opinion because I, you know, can't help but to have an opinion. Okay. Divine feminine element of God. Mother energy of the earth. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Or what I'm personally going to talk about whilst eating this amazing New Zealand dairy, egg and farm produce as in brilliant. Okay, so at the moment we have a real drive to the economy boost. Alright, she tangents to the fantail. Okay, so I see a fantail while I was talking to this man at Zealandia about my concerns around the oil industry. So much so. So it's oil, water, resources in general in New Zealand are a concern. Overmining the resources, oil, waterways, gas. Gas and Taupo is shake. In the last month or so, there's been some shaking. We're at May 2016. I think it's the 27th of May. And in the last 24 hours, at 7:20 last night, 4.3 earthquake based in Seddon, which I think is also very relevant on the evening of the budget. Seddon, I was doing some research just yesterday. Prime Minister in New Zealand, 1845 to 1908. That's why I think it's important that the shaking is in Seddon, near Nelson. So that's kind of like where the New Zealand company first, it was like a main access point for various businesses, forestry, fishing, and farming. Still is today, pretty much so. Okay, so getting to the point, I see the fantail whilst talking to this man about oil, and he's he was very interesting, and we had a really interesting chat about everything from politics to work to blah blah blah. And so I'm saying, on the signing of the PPA, that was a mistake, like that was, I think as a citizen of New Zealand, I think that, John, you shouldn't have signed. And in all earnest, like, I am angry, but I don't want this to come across as hate speech or animosity in any way, shape, or form. Actually, on the contrary, I hope that this rant will help you and give you some clarity, bro. So listen. Okay, the fantail is trapped. There's a fantail that flies inside. So the fantail in Maori symbolism can basically mean death, bro. So that is symbolic. It flies inside at the when I'm saying, the TPPA he shouldn't have signed. So the fantail flies inside as I'm talking about you, John Key, and it's between the couch and the window. And there's a pouring rain outside, and it's at Zealandia, which was the waterway reservoir for the Wellington region for a long time until it swapped to the lower Hutt valleys, which now is the waterway resource for the Wellington region in New Zealand. So basically, as a prophetess, chiefess, yes, maybe I am one of those, so I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to be upfront about it. I believe that I am, and I don't care what you think. As in, I think I'm helpful. So the fantail, bro, be warned. You probably are, I don't know. It's symbolic. Maybe you're trapped between some decisions, and you need to prioritize the New Zealand environment. This is the message. Prioritize the New Zealand environment over the economy. Yes, I am for our meat products, our milk, blah, 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 blah. And I'm for a booming economy. So much so. However, not at the expense of the natural environment. So much so. So I think the shaking in Seddon, as of yesterday, last night, 7:20, I felt like a jolt. I was reading this like Nina Simone book, and then, jolt, and thinking, oh, interesting. Was that a jolt? And yes, it was indeed. So basically, and it was based in Seddon, and I was doing a bit of research yesterday around the Seddon Prime Minister and woman in New Zealand getting the vote. Just by chance, it happened to align in some kind of roundabout way. So, anyway, this is the end of my rant. Hopefully, it's helpful. You probably won't watch it, but as in John. But if you do, or members of your caucus do, I hope that you heed the warning. Yeah. Do heed this warning. The environment is more important, okay? Yes, economy, go, but mark my words, remember the Mother Earth. This is your mother talking. No, it's not. I'm Hannah Simpson, and you're on the Oak Tree Music Channel, and I am actually a musician. But I have very strong political views as well. Anyways, all the best for governing our country. I am not the Prime Minister, but I do have some insight, and hopefully that's been helpful to somebody out there in cyberspace. Kakitiane.